Can't relax even though you've got loads of money and success. That's what we're talking about today. My name's Rachel McLeod. I'm a mental health therapist, an emotional wellness coach, and a therapist mentor. And I specialize in helping people do the brain work for resolving symptoms of anxiety, depression, and traumatic stress. And the brain has a beautiful process for this. And this process can get blocked, stopped, and impaired. And when that happens, we have symptoms of anxiety, depression, and traumatic stress. But if we can get that open and resolving and moving well, that process, all of a sudden, instead of those symptoms, we have health, wellness, peace, calm, and tons of wonderful things. And so, tons of wonderful things. I would love to nerd out and dive right in there, but I'm just going to say tons of wonderful things at this point. Um, and so I want to talk about this issue that when you can't relax and you've got all this success and money and all the things. And this is a really strange place to find yourself, especially if you've built a business or you come from poverty um, or just everyone's like, oh, I wish I could be you. Look how lucky you are. And you're inside your mind and there's racing thoughts, there's insecurities, there's fears. You're constantly replaying through catastrophic events, or what if I lose it all, or right, all the things, like I'm running out of time. You're like, I've already made it, why am I still running out of time? And right, it's not matching, and you're experiencing anxiety when you could be, everything looks like you could be and even should be experiencing joy, relaxation, appreciation, openness, right? Instead it's like you can't shift out. There's a reason for that. It's part of this process, this brain function, and it doesn't. This brain function isn't something that the money will signal it to stop. Sometimes it does, but not really. We want that part of the brain really getting a lot of support and information and signals of safety and relax from the inside of your body, and that's a thing. That's what we're going to talk about today. So, uh, so here we go. Let me open this up and talk about this. Um, I'm going to talk about three reasons this is happening. Why your brain isn't shifting over to relaxation, to enjoyment, to pleasure, to fulfillment, to relaxation. Okay. Why is it still running worry? Why is it still running worst case scenarios? Why is it still, I need to work more? I need to make more money. I need to have more success. Why is it still driven compulsively? Right now, we're moving out of choice. I'm not making money because I'm choosing to. I'm not having more success because I'm choosing to. I'm doing it because I need to. I feel desperate if I'm not doing it. I feel like I'm suffocating. I feel just a drive inside to do this, and it's not a choice. And maybe it's a matching desire. Maybe you have a vision for your life or your relationships or your business that you absolutely want to get to, and maybe it's a really big vision that's just coming from who you are. We want you to get there, but not from anxiety, depression, traumatic stress, not fueled by that. We want it fueled by your desires, by joy, by pleasure, by your purpose, by yourself, your soul, maybe even, if we're going to bring in those types of things, which I'm all about that if you want to. Um, and it's okay if you don't want to, right? Um, so we've got so when we're not shifting into doing this because we're choosing to, because we're following our purpose, and we're still in a place of I have to, I need to, and compulsion. That's a compulsion part. This is run by your survival system. desire Desire can be run from either place, your survival system or your whole brain state, your executive functioning. We want desire in the hands of your executive functioning. We don't want your desire fueling survival states, and it can do that. So follow me here. When with this, the compulsion, the choice is a whole brain state. It's an executive functioning thing. If we are getting if our survival system is involved, that means that there's some underlying things going on in your nervous system, in your mind body system, that is signaling to this part of the brain, we're in danger. We need to figure out how to survive. We need to get out of here. It's not safe to be here now. Now, this is tough because you might be really, really intelligent and really smart and everything you do works, um, and still not be able to solve this problem. Let me put that another way. You might have tried this to resolve this from so many logical places, but this is not a logical problem. This is an emotional problem. This is a neurological problem. This is mind body system malfunction, and no logical strategies. It's not running from the same principles as logic. And that's what's so frustrating for really intelligent, brilliant people, is that they're like, this doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't. We're actually not working with a part of the brain that's logical or reasoning. And so you can't solve this problem with logic or reason, right? Logically, you should already be chilling. You've made it. You're in it. You've built the life, and your system still thinks you're not safe. So let's talk about how to resolve that thing. Three issues. What's going on here is that there's that your mind body system, your subconscious mind, your body is associating relaxation with danger. There's some negative associations with safety because you need to have enough safety to relax. But there's some negative associations with relaxation. This means that your body doesn't think it's safe. This means that your subconscious mind doesn't think it's safe. And this means your thinking center could be like, just relax, we're fine. But it doesn't matter what your thinking center thinks about this because the survival system's not listening to it. Your survival system's listening to your body and your subconscious mind, but really the body. Okay, so your body needs to go through its process for learning that it's safe to relax. Your body needs to go through its process for for resolving the negative associations with relaxation. Okay? This is a much different process than logical processes. Okay? And the deal is that the body needs to go through its process for learning these things, and its process is to be able to send up all the information and get it into the hands of your executive functioning, your prefrontal cortex. Now, some of the stuff that the body is sending up is full of pain, right? This is usually unresolved emotional distress, traumatic events, inner conflict, those types of things. And they are stored in the body until they get processed. This can be stuff that happened when you were 3. This can be emotional distress from when you were 7. This could be emotional distress from 7 weeks ago. This is just stuff that your body hasn't been able to complete its process with, so it's still stored in the body. When your body, because it's going to do its job, it's not ever going to give up. It's going to keep trying to really process that emotional distress. But the survival system is up there listening to the pain neurons, and the body is sending up this distressing thing. The pain neurons are firing. The survival system's like, yikes, we're in danger, go, right? So the survival system is in reaction to the painful message sending up to the body. So the body's just doing its job. It's like, hey, I got to tell you some things. Uh, this was really sad that happened to us. I have a lot of grief about this. This is what I saw. This is what I know. This is what the temperature was during that moment. Right? There's tons of information here that's just data about the experience, the unresolved inner conflict, emotion, or traumatic event. And it's trying to make its way up. This is a good process. Your survival system's reactive to it, so it's freaking out. It gets to respond first. It matters in this process. If we can get your survival system to let this information come to the top of the brain, this is resolved. It's done. This part of the brain then goes through and understands the information. They're like, tell us more. Okay. They love this stuff. They're not impressed. They don't worry about the pain at all. They don't care. They don't do that. That's not what they do. They're going to analyze the data. They're going to say, okay, and their job is to take all this information that's from the body and create your health and wellness. They're going to say, yeah, that wasn't safe. Okay, we're learning this. Okay, but it's not everything. It's just specific to this. They're becoming more accurate. They're learning like, okay, we were taking a hammer to this, but now we actually see we need to take a little screwdriver, right? They're getting more precise with their tools that they're using for this. When they get this whole thing understood and wired and they've made their adjustment, what they will do with this data is make adjustments. That's what we call rewiring. They're rewiring in new skills, new strategies. They're rewiring in new understanding, and they're learning right here that this association that we've had with relaxation, that's not exactly accurate. As a matter of fact, we need to go ahead and take that wiring, put it over here. The relaxation is somewhat safe, right? It might be fully safe. They might. I don't know where they're going to plug it, but it's going to be better than don't do it, right? So they might make it halfway. So you might find that after one round of whatever this is that we're processing, all of a sudden you finish that, let's say you lay down for a nap and you actually sleep, you actually relax, your mind is not racing, it's not doing all the things because your body is finished sending those signals of it's not safe. It's not safe to relax. It's not safe. It's not sending that anymore because it finished that. And when they did all this, they rewired and they sent different stuff into the body, and the body doesn't have to send the same old report. He already dropped it off. Your body is a he today. He's already dropped it off to the top of your brain. It's like I'm done. I'll relax, and you will notice this. You will feel when we're helping this process, and let's say I'm over here in chest issues, so we got tightness in your chest. Do you feel like there's an elephant standing on your chest when you think about this stuff, or when you think about relaxing? All of a sudden, that once it's finished, you'll notice this, it gets lighter and lighter and lighter, softer and softer, and pretty soon you can't find that same distress. You will actually find the fear of relaxation, the negative associations of relaxation in your body. Your body is the one sending this stuff up. I know. It's a strange way to look at this, but we will always find it there. We want to help your body finish these signals, this information, these reports that are triggering fight or flight, that are triggering you to be a workaholic, to triggering you to being you're on in a vacation with your family and you're supposed to be relaxing, but you keep checking your emails, you keep doing all this stuff, you keep looking through the itinerary, right? We instead of going that way, we want your body to start sending the signals of safety, and it will. That's how it works, and it's very, very fast. It's like the body, no, it's always, this is what happens during relaxation. Uh, when we're relaxing, we're actually making available more focus energy in the brain, right? There's more energy for focusing. Your inner healer is like, ooh, let's go. It's our turn. Let's go heal. So then it goes to do some healing work, which means it's going to go grab something in the back that hasn't been processed yet. That's still full of pain, and it's going to try and bring it up. Your survival system is going to say, ah, what is this, and push it back down. So, and your inner healer is neurotic, right? It's neurotic in there. It's like, oh, I need that thing, let me go back and get it again. It got knocked off the process. And so your survival system was like, ah, repeat 1,000 times. So this time he got racing thoughts. You're maybe dissociated, you might have fallen asleep not resting but in survival mode, which is faint. All this stuff, because when you relax, your brain starts kicking up healing and processing functions. So your body might be relaxing, but your brain is getting to work. It's busy. But if we go help resolve a bunch of this unresolved material that has never made it through yet, when it's time to relax, your prefrontal cortex is like, oh, we're good. We've done most of our healing work. We've got this. Let's relax. And the body isn't sending up a bunch of signals for this. Okay? I feel like I feel like I'm a little all over the place, and neurology is a little all over the place. And there's a lot of nuggets in here that I want you, if you're resonating with this, I want you just to think about this and explore your own self with this. I'm giving you a lot of information here. And I'm not giving you really I'm trying to give you head knowledge, but it's going to be, if you can jump into your body and see what I'm saying and look around, see what happens when you start relaxing. Do a trial, just a very short one, because if you're not relaxing, there's a really good reason you're not relaxing. So maybe you're going to do 30 seconds of, I'm going to just be super still. Watch what happens. Watch what happens if you can slow your breathing down and sit there for as long as you can. Watch what happens. You might notice feeling really uncomfortable. You might notice the beginnings of a panic attack. You might notice flashbacks beginning. You might notice some stuff that you unconsciously have been avoiding. That's all the stuff on your brain's I want to get this process list. And as soon as you relax, it starts running the list. Running the list. This is why people have this issue at bedtime where they're listening to music and they've got their TV on. They have tons of distractions so that they can bypass this relaxation state and the processing state and go to sleep. Right? And we don't, a lot of people don't know that they're doing this. Right? So if you can take the bit of information that I'm giving you and drop into your body and play with some of this, you're going to see exactly what I'm saying. Then come back and watch this video again. Okay. But let me tell you a couple more things about this. Okay, so there's negative associations with relaxation. We want to help the mind body system to go through its process for rewiring this. We want these negative associations that are not correct. We want your brain to switch them around and rewire so that it's associated, so that sleep and relaxation are associated with safety. Okay, it's safe to relax. It's safe to kick your feet up. It's safe to let your mind unfocus, right? It's safe to do these things, and we want your brain to make the shift. This isn't something you tell yourself to do. You can tell yourself to do it. Go, by all means, go ahead, make some vision boards, do your thing about this. But really, your mind body system needs to go through its process of rewiring and making new associations. That's its job. That's you want it to do its job. If you fix this for you, it's not fixed. If you walk your mind body system through this process, it will be fixed for you. You will love it. It will be right there. Your brain will give it to you every single time until it can't, or until it's like, hey, we want to upgrade this to being better. You're going to notice some shifting in your inner world, and then it's going to come right back really, really nice. Okay, so we want to help this process, and it's designed to get better and better and better. If it doesn't go through this process, you're going to notice it getting worse and worse and worse. You're going to notice more insomnia. You're going to notice more busyness. You're going to notice more difficulty relaxing, more irritability, more exhaustion. Okay, so there's that. One of the other things that happens here is some people have never had the experience, have never had enough experiences uh, to of relaxation for their brain to even have a subconscious program for this. They just have been in survival mode for so long that relaxation wasn't even a thing there. So what happens is people will get out of survival mode, but still be like, I don't know what to do. Okay, well, I guess we should get busy. I don't really know what to do. So, well, I'm just going to let that pile up so that I can invent a catastrophe, and then I will do the thing. Right. And so when that happens, we need to actually help the mind body system build in the program for relaxation, which means also that relaxation is not their brain has not yet built a comfort zone around it. And that's a process. That means you're going to go and you're going to be relaxed and you're going to be very uncomfortable at the same time. This is how we build new things, that we go and we do it, but we're a little, this is weird. um, that can be in varying degrees, right? But that weirdness is the opportunity to support your brain to create a new safety zone here, a new comfort zone here. If it doesn't, the distress of discomfort here will teach the brain that it will associate relaxing with problems and distress and try to help you avoid it. So we do want to also help with the comfort zone. We want to help your mind body system build the comfort zone around relaxation. That's a different set of exercises. It's a different project. It's a different layer to this work. Another one is that so many of our business and relationship um, interactions, engagements, behaviors are actually fueled by things like fear, right? When we have, this is often the case with, this is part of the negative associations. This is also happens with complex childhood, complex PTSD, developmental trauma, that we can get these patterns from our parents, that we actually fuel behaviors with negative emotions like fear, shame. And so our system is wired for that. And so if there's no fear or no shame running, we actually won't do anything. We don't have the neurology to go ahead and hook up some positive emotions here, like joy, calm, peace, desire. We definitely want desires running our interactions and behaviors, and sometimes our desires are associated with some negative things. And so we need to we need to clear that up as well so that it's safe to hook your desires up to your behaviors and your interactions and your relationships. Okay, the fueling the behaviors there. So also some of the negative things that can be fueling our behaviors is unworthiness. Like, I have to make more money, otherwise I won't be worthy. I don't deserve um, to be seen not working. I don't deserve to relax. I don't. I So I better get up and go. I did. So there's a lot of I'm not worthy for. I want to keep saying relaxing, but I want to go into the actual behaviors that are fueling success. So there's, let's say you keep going live all the time. I'm going live, right? So you keep going live all the time, and maybe what's fueling it is, I want to say unworthiness. I can't see how to put unworthiness in here at the moment. My brain's not doing the acrobats. Okay, let's say fear. There's just a fear, like, if I don't do this, nothing's going to happen. If I don't do this, nothing's going to happen. Yeah, right? Right? We want to fuel going live, like I'm doing right now, with inspiration and desire and passion. And, right, that's the stuff that we want fueling this. And we can come underneath this and check what's fueling this behavior right now. If you've got something that you're doing compulsively in your life right now, you want to come underneath and check what's fueling this. A lot of times it's fear, a lot of times it's shame, right? So when we find those things, then we can help the mind body system work through processing that. Hey, let's grab all that shame up and pull it through the processor and dump it up in the top, where they will analyze it, translate it, give words to it, and resolve it for us and build programs for us, because it's information about us, right? We want to bring up all this information about us and put it in there. There's so much healing and wellness and expansion and increased function. All of a sudden, doors are opening for you. And you didn't know that your shame, buried in this one little corner of your inner world, was actually the key to unlocking and helping your brain build the bridges over there and the expansion and the function. That's how this works. And this works for everyone. This is how mind body systems work. And so we can really work with this to bring in the health and wellness and the expansion and the relaxation that we want and that we've been calling in. So and then the last thing is that when we make this shift, there's some other things that we need to build that maybe haven't been built ever, and or aren't built very well in our inner world yet. And some of these things are receiving pleasure. Some of these things are being able to appreciate. Some of our appreciation skills are very low because survival mode is not about appreciating things. Survival mode is about surviving things. So while you're doing that, you're not building the neurology for appreciation, to be able to look at the clouds in the sky wherever you're at right now and just I'm appreciating what they look like. I'm appreciating how that makes me feel. I'm appreciating. We want to be excellent at appreciating. If you want to be able to relax, we need this running. Peace. We need to be able to build peace. We need to be able to make peace with things. We need to make peace with things that have happened, peace that hasn't. This is an entire exercise I walk people through repeatedly because we want to practice making peace with something. Appreciation, calm, joy, satisfaction is one. A lot of us are walking around with, in our inner worlds, habits and patterns of dissatisfaction, and we're actually recruiting players to help us feel that dissatisfaction because our inner world is built around this feeling because it's been there so much, like addiction, right? If you drink enough alcohol, then your chemistry goes around supporting that, and if you take it out, your body is like, we don't know how to function like this, right? And there's other things that happen. Some of these patterns, like dissatisfaction and disappointment, can really be that same way. If we take out the dissatisfaction, it's bad things happen, right? So in our systems, like, prevent it. So let's bring some more on. Let's drink some more alcohol. Let's get some more disappointment, dissatisfaction. And so we really want to clear that out of there, that pattern, and really put in there, starting to build in satisfaction. It's actually something mind body systems need to practice in order to build the neurology for. Okay, so not just understand the idea. That's not the same thing as building the neurology for something. Understanding that the importance of relaxation is not the importance of building out the neurology for it. And when we're building the neurology for something, we need to help the brain resolve its own obstacles for it, not the obstacles we think should be there, but the obstacles that the brain is saying, I can't because of this thing, right? Say less. Let me help you with that, right? I got you. Let me get that. So that's the stuff we want to help it remove. And then we want to walk it through practicing these things. A lot of times we want to skip to the practicing of the things. Oh, let me practice being satisfied. That could actually be more damaging because you haven't resolved the obstacles. If you think about, you're going to, um, you're going to build your house, right? And you want to build the top floor, so you build it, but there's a hole in the floor, so every time you walk through you fall through. And no, I'm so intent, I'm going to build the roof, and so you go try to build the roof and you keep falling through, and it's taking a lot longer because you actually need to resolve the obstacle of the hole in the floor. Okay, so this is how the natural world works. You can actually go play in the upper thoughts, in the upper parts of your mind, and you can envision things. You can do that stuff, but at the end of the day, you got to get into the physical world and build the actual things required. Which one of the things that's required is the neurology. Okay, so this is very specialized work. It doesn't have to take a long time. Um, Brains are usually ready to roll and ready to do this work. So if this is something that you're interested in doing, you're somebody who cannot relax, even though you've got all this success and all this money, reach out to me. Let's talk about how to solve this for you. And that's it. That's it for today. Let's make that shift. Make it. Let's start impressing the people around you with how relaxed you are and how calm you are and how peaceful you are. That's it's not just impressing them, it's actually just such a benefit to them because people are picking up from you with their mirroring neurons. So you're really embodying, if you've got the neurology for nervous system regulation and relaxation, people are learning how to do that from you just by looking at you. It's such a gift. This is the gift you want to give your children. This is the gift you want to give your employees. This is the gift you want to give the people you're leading, the people you're in intimate relationships with. Your relaxation is the gift. And we want it to be high quality stuff. And your brain can build that. And that's the only person that can build that for you is your brain. Okay, so thoughts from Rachel. Wonderful connecting. Talk to you all later. Bye.